Hi everyone, welcome to this late night Manic Monday. I'm not sure about you, but this has really been a wild ride the past couple months, hasn't it? I first started talking to you in fireside chats back in March when we had to convert to remote education. And since that time until now, Berea has been working hard to make sure that we can still fulfill the mandate that God has given us, and that is preparing the next generation, the young people, for the challenges that they need to face. And it certainly seems like there have been a lot of challenges recently. I bet you're feeling some of the stress and pressure as well. So before I go into the details of how Berea is currently addressing the COVID pandemic and the need for educating our children in creative and inventive and perhaps unbeknownst to us new and unusual ways, I do want to encourage you that if you're starting to feel fearful or anxious or worried, if anxiety is rising in your heart and your mind, take a deep breath and reorient your focus, because we tend to take cues from the people that we are watching. And if you start watching social media or the news or the people in your neighborhood or the people in stores and you see fear and anxiety on their faces, it's really easy to mirroring that and feeling those same emotions inside of yourself. But if you reorient your focus and you keep your eyes firmly fixed on Jesus, Jesus is not afraid. He's not worried. He's not anxious. He's not troubled about what may or may not happen tomorrow. He is full of faith. He is full of confidence. He is full of love. He is full of power. He is full of strength. He is full of provision. And if we are looking to Him as the author and the finisher of our faith, I guarantee it will help you to calm your soul, to feel the peace that you need in your heart to be able to move forward in faith and confidence and hope and wisdom and discernment. The secret to us being able to move forward in these strange times, the key to us being able to walk on water, is not what's happening around us, but who are we gazing at? Where is our source of strength coming from? So I just want to encourage you with that. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Take a deep breath, maybe a cup of coffee, and let me explain what's going on. So Berea has created a re-entry into the classroom COVID plan. That plan is very detailed. It follows all of the guidelines that have been put out by St. Louis County for reopening of schools. That plan has been discussed and approved by our board of directors. That plan has been presented to Southgate, our host church. And that plan is going to keep us safe and healthy and moving forward. And that plan is constantly being tweaked and added to and adjusted according to the needs as they arise. Now, probably a lot of you heard that St. Louis County issued some new restrictions today in a press conference that are going to be effective for 4 weeks starting on Friday. And you might be wondering how that is going to affect Berea Academy's operations. We have carefully reviewed the new restrictions, and as of right now, there is nothing inside of those new restrictions that would limit our ability to meet in in-person classes come the first week of September. We have already made so many of the adjustments required in order to be able to function. We have limited our class size to 9 students. We have developed a plan where our younger grades are traveling in those cohort groups that you hear that terminology about so much. We have expanded our class times to 3 different days so we can spread out our usage of the building. And at no time is there any concern that we will have more than the mandatory 50 people in an event or a single space. So far, we're good. However, we do realize that the world is constantly changing, and we cannot, as of today, make an absolute guarantee that in-person classes will happen. What we can guarantee is that we are 100% committed to having in-person classes come the first week of September. And the only reasons we would not have in-person classes would be, number one, if St. Louis County were to issue new, more restrictive guidelines or another stay-in-place order that would limit our ability to meet in public, or number two, if Southgate's facility, our Southgate campus, had the need to set up new restrictions that would limit our ability to meet there. Other than that, we are, as of today, moving forward with the plan of meeting in person, and we are constantly seeking God's wisdom and guidance on how to do that to guarantee safety for our teachers, safety for your students, a clean, healthy, positive, nurturing environment, and we know that that could change. So what's happening this month, and how will you know for sure what your commitment to Berea might be? What are the options that are available to you? This is a quick rundown of what you can expect. Number one, our reentry plan is going to be sent to you in a MailChimp, so you should be on our mailing list already if you are enrolled in classes. If you have not received one of our weekly emails and think that you might not be getting the MailChimp, please contact us at bereaacademystl@gmail.com, and we will make sure that we get you signed up for that. Eventually, we will be putting our new re-entry guidelines on the website, so you can look there as well. Starting tomorrow, July 28th, we will be sending out your invoice. Payment is not due until August 28th. Now, if you are one of those families that are like, I definitely want to have classes if classes are in person, but I don't think I want to sign up for classes if classes might be remote, let me suggest to you that you hold on to that invoice. You keep it in your email inbox and wait until the 24th to pay it. And I'll explain why in just a minute. August 1st is our decision day. So if you want to make any changes to your current enrollment that are not related to COVID, if you want to add classes or remove classes or change the section that you're in or move from an in-person class to an online class offering because we open up an online class offering for a specific section, feel free to do so anytime between now and the 1st, and that will not have any penalty for you. We welcome any changes that you need so that the schedule works well for your family. After August 1st, if you want to make non-COVID related changes, there would be a change fee that would get applied to your bill. So take a good look at that invoice when it comes. August 24th, which is a few weeks down the road, is the day that our enrollment closes for the fall semester. It's the last day that students can enroll in classes. It is also what we are calling Berea's Decision Day. By the time we get to August 24th, it will be very clear, according to what has been happening in our world, in our state, and in our county, if those restrictions that we wonder about are going to actually take place to the extent that they would limit our ability to meet in person for the fall semester. We should know clearly by then. So on or before August 24th, we will clearly, definitively announce to you if the fall semester classes are in person, as we expect and hope and are working towards, or if the fall classes are happening via Zoom remotely and we're having virtual education for first semester. Should we move to virtual education and you are not interested in being in a class, if it is virtual education, you will have the opportunity to drop that class and get a full refund if you already paid your invoice with no penalties whatsoever. So you are in a no-risk situation here. I wish I could tell you exactly right now what's going to happen. I can't. What I can tell you right now is God knows, God cares, God has plans and purposes for Berea Academy, and the mandate that He has given us to train up the next generation has not gone away because COVID has entered the scene. However it looks, whatever we need to do, we are committed to training, educating, mentoring, helping, and assisting you and your children in your home education. Part of what we need to do for classes to be effective is we have to have the ability for students to continue the learning process even if they are not able to attend class. A student could become ill. A student could come in contact with someone with COVID and need to quarantine. And should that occasion arise, we want to make sure that that student can still continue to learn. So we are working on providing technology in our classrooms so that students at home could live stream into the classroom and participate in real time with the class. Now, when we are doing this, the camera inside of the classroom is going to be focused on the teacher and the whiteboard is going to be face front. So the privacy of the students inside of the classroom will be maintained, but the student that is participating from their home can still talk, be a part of discussions, question and answer, all of those type activities, and we will have the ability to make recordings of classes as needed so students could watch those classes at a later time. Also, we realize that some of our teachers for part of the year might need to quarantine or self-isolate and not have the ability to be in the classroom. And we want to make sure that they have the safety and the protection in order to do that. So we have made adjustments to our substitute teacher policy, and we are using that same technology to make it possible for the teacher to teach their class, which is meeting in person at Southgate, while the teacher is still at home for a temporary time when they would need to do that. Now, of course, we will provide adult supervision in the classroom, and we will maintain the positive atmosphere of the classroom, but that gives our teachers the flexibility to be healthy and safe. That gives our students the flexibility to be healthy and safe. It gives us the opportunity to meet in class for the people that can meet in class and take advantage of the wonderful blessing that we have when we are able to come together in community. And it allows the student who temporarily cannot come to not miss out. So we hope that you will join with us in prayer as we move forward. The waves are definitely crashing against the boat on all sides. But as we keep our eyes on Jesus and we step out of the boat, we know that miracles can happen. We can make it to September. The education of your children can be successful. And so I want to encourage you to be full of faith and hope and love and wisdom and perseverance and to ask those questions. So look for a MailChimp that gives our COVID in-class reentry plan. Look for information on our website. Contact us at bereaacademystl@gmail.com with your specific questions. And we will be seeing you some way, somehow, somewhere, really soon. God bless you.